Aloha everybody, John with you. Welcome back to my channel, and I did it again. I wasn't going to go to the sidewalk sale for a while because I have so much music that I need to digitize already, but I just couldn't resist it. So weekend before last, I did go again. So I have another haul of about like 26 easy listening records. These records, the music, all eventually to be used on my online radio station called Moody Mood Music. A salute to the old school easy listening. The link for that is below if you'd like to check that out. It is just a hobby. I don't make any money from it. It's just for fun. And I also have a Hawaiian music station called Hawaiian Hi-Fi because I have a huge collection of Hawaiian records, about 2,500. Anyway, so I went on this sale again, and I have listened to at least parts of all of these records I'm going to show today, so I can tell you a little something or talk something about them. Let's get started, shall we? First, I got a couple of 10-inch records. I had a big box full of 10-inch records, and I did pick up a couple. I do think this format is kind of cute, although I'm not as endeared of the 10-inch long play as I am of the little sets of 45s. I love those. But this is two 10-inch long plays. Glen Miller concert. Yeah, Glen Miller concert. This is volume 2 and volume 3. I honestly don't remember whether they had volume 1 and it was totally just tore up, so I didn't get it. Thing is, when you go into this sidewalk sale, but it's inside now, and you register for it. It's great the way they do it. You register for it, and there are 3 people that go in at a time, and you're there for 45 minutes. So you don't, that's all the time you have. It's a, mid-sized room, but there's ton, I don't know, 50 boxes of records, something like that. And a bunch of cassettes and CDs that I haven't really had the chance to even look at because I just keep, going through the records kind of fast to get through them all and pulling things and just checking to make sure it's okay and not, really examining it until I get home. But anyway, that's the deal with that. So you kind of grab things. Glen Miller, of course, good for easy listening. My mother was a Glen Miller fan, and she had literally one of these. I don't remember what volume it was, but it was I think this one, Glen Miller concert one, or I think it was gray, so it might have been like volume 1 or something. Anyway, continuing on. Well, this is mood music, if ever there was mood music. Moonlight Becomes You by the Moonlight Strings. Kind of a strange cover picture, don't you think? A little weird, like, I don't know. And this is the Columbia Record Club exclusive. So don't you feel special for your $1? I feel so special. Okay, let's continue. Oh, speaking of Muzak, did you see this week, I mean, if you're watching it currently, if you're watching it years from now, it won't make any difference, but this week that Muzak is going out of business, the company. Well, the company was bought by somebody else quite a while ago as part of something bigger, but I think the whole thing is going belly up. Muzak will be no more, and not exactly surprising because I think probably so many people are streaming now. Even businesses, and even businesses that aren't supposed to, probably, I think, streaming like, Pandora and Spotify, and then all these services, all these online radio stations like where I am, 365 and Moody Mood Music. I think a lot of people are, doing that instead of the actual music service. So, but you know what? I mean, if you have Moody Mood Music, you just keep us tuned in, and then when you get close to an elevator, or close to a grocery store, just turn it on, and you'll be in the comfort zone, okay? Just saying. Here's somebody I love, Ella Fitzgerald. This is a 2-record set. The George and Ira Gershwin songbook. Now I know she did several songbooks and was very successful with those. These records are in beautiful condition, by the way. Verve, and yeah, I mean, who doesn't love Ella Fitzgerald? Her sort of light, lilting, Scooby-Dooby-Doo-wah voice. Love her. I've found more clouds of gray. Let me tell you something too about Ella Fitzgerald. I have a cassette, not a cassette, a CD set. It's 2 CDs. I don't remember the exact name, but it's singles performed by Ella Fitzgerald, because unbeknownst to many of us, she did a whole slew of singles not found on albums. It was just different material. And I mean, she had a very successful career, and she was very aware that she was successful, don't get me wrong. But her one wish that she never really got was that she personally wanted to have a hit single. And the record companies, Verve and whoever previous, it may have just been Verve, actually, because they never felt she was a singles artist, and they thought her strength was always going to be these albums, they just let her record what she wanted to record for singles, because they didn't really care. I don't think they really, pushed them or whatever, and she kind of had free reign. So this set's very interesting because there's a lot of things you probably have never heard by her, and some of it you understand why you never heard. They said she's a great singer, great lady and all that, but maybe didn't have a really great sense of what would be a hit or not, and they didn't care because they just wanted her to be happy, so they let her do the singles, whatever, and as long as she was recording the albums. So kind of interesting. And there was supposed to be a volume 2 of those singles, because there's more, enough to do another 2 CD set, but I guess apparently there wasn't enough interest in the first one, so they never did the second one. And it's sad because I love that first one. I'll probably put some of that stuff on Moody Mood Music too. I haven't, because it is a CD and I try and stick to the vinyl, but I mean, these really aren't available on vinyl, and some of them are kind of cute. Dance, Annette Funicello. Okay, well, this is sort of a departure from the format, but not 100%. She does some kind of cute stuff that we can play. Yeah, sadly, the late Annette Funicello. I love her Hawaiian album called Hawaiianette. It's great. Now, she... I don't know if you're familiar with her actual singing, but she's not a great singer, was not a great singer, and but was smart enough to limit herself, or whoever was managing her or whatever kind of limited her to like her 5-note range, and it worked out okay, because she cannot hit those high notes. There's a couple on Hawaiianette where there's a couple of songs where there is like a high note and she doesn't even try it, and they have somebody else like hit that note a little more quietly in the background. Now I got a couple of Christmas records because Christmas is coming. I love holiday music, and I love old holiday music and disco holiday music. I do. And this one, I grabbed this one. I didn't really look at it. I just thought, oh, I have to get this because this is some celebrity singing. And I just kept looking at it when I was going home and thinking, I don't know this guy's voice. I know the name, I know the face. I can't recall him being a singer, what he sang, I don't know. And then it dawned on me, he's not a singer, he's an actor, and this is just like a celebrity album. Walter Brennan, 'Twas the Night Before Christmas Back Home. He's an actor, and actually this is a very sweet album. It's him. There's an orchestra and chorus that sings a couple of Christmas songs, typical. And then the rest of the album is this very, lovely Christmassy music with Walter Brennan doing these very down-home, sweet narrations about, the holidays and mama cooking and the family and yada, yada, yada. It's sweet. I like it.
It kept getting closer to Christmas Eve, and the tree was still bare, not a gift of any kind. Then one evening, Dad called us together and said something about it being hard times.
And this is also a white audition record label, so aren't we even more excited for $1? So special. I mean, I suppose if you actually owned this record and played it a lot, it would get really tired after a while, but we're definitely going to program some of this during the holiday season. And I did pick out another Christmas record just because I didn't have it, and I love celebrity, Christmas records, whatever. Christmas with Marty Robbins. Now, if you don't know who he is, Marty Robbins did that song El Paso, Out in the West Texas town of El Paso, I fell in love with a beautiful girl. Something, very tragic song, very tragic. You wonder how songs some of them become hits. I mean, I love the song, but you're like, damn, this is like so depressing to listen to. Christmas with Marty Robbins. Now, the reason I also love this album is because a lot of Christmas records are just the standards, right? Silent Night, Christmas Tree, Little Drummer Boy, whatever. This one is almost entirely new compositions written for this album, so that's great. We love that.
The message was told many, many Christmases ago.
Yes, we love that. Well, here's a record with a beautiful cover. Harmony LP label, kind of a budgety label. Rendezvous in Rio, recorded in Brazil. So it's authentic because it was recorded in Brazil. By the piano and rhythm of Livio Salles, or Salles. I don't know how I'm supposed to pronounce it, but check out this beautiful cover. Doesn't that make you just want to dive in the water and cool off? Yeah. That's a nice one. This one I got, I just kind of grabbed it. I recall hearing this, I think, on the radio when I was much younger and thought, oh, this might work. And then when I got it home and played it, I'm like, it's a little bit more rockish than I remember it. I don't think so. But on side B, there is a Glen Miller medley that will work. But this is Swing the Mood by Jive Bunny and the Master Mixers. Yeah, it's a little bit much. The Glen Miller medley will work okay, though. Okay.
Are you tired of being isolated? Of being penned in? Do you need that fresh feeling? I feel fresh. I feel funky fresh. Because I've been listening to moody mood music. Won't you join me? The link is below in the description. Get that fresh feeling on moody mood music.
Here's a record by the Roland Shaw Orchestra. Not familiar with them, but I had to get this one. More themes from the James Bond thrillers. Now, I don't have the original one, but this is more themes, so there must have been a first. But I'm actually really happy to find this one because, of course, it has, Thunderball, Goldfinger, the ones everybody knows those. But I like this album because it also includes a lot of, not the main themes, but sort of the incidental music and other themes that were in the movies. So it's a little different music than everything that you've heard from James Bond, and I like it. I like it. We're liking it. I was looking to see who was the James Bond, because I couldn't actually remember, but I don't know. I just know Pierce Brosnan, whatever. I don't know. And I don't really follow it that much. Well, this record I had to get, mainly because, I was curious about the music, but mainly because it's on red vinyl. Had to get it. Fantasy label. It's an interesting label. Elliot Lawrence Plays for Swinging Dancers. And yeah, we had to get red vinyl. So yeah, some of this is a little bit too much, but some of it, some of it will work as well for moody mood music. Here's a beautiful, kind of a pretty record. Interesting, definitely format. Dot Records. This is a Japanese release though. I'm pretty sure this would have been American or English. It might be English from the other albums on the back, but it's manufactured by Victor of Japan, Yokohama, Japan. Passport to Dreamland by Andre Chante. Chante, you stay. It's also on, I don't know if you're familiar with some of these records that come out of Europe and come out of Japan occasionally, but really a lot from Europe, are this real thin sleeve. Very thin sleeve. And I kind of like them. I guess Americans, maybe they knew we're just too rough on stuff. You know how we are. To release records, we needed heavier cardboard. But these quite flimsy, and I like it. So yeah, Andre Chante, Sashay Away. Well, I have a million Hawaiian records by Leo Adeo. He just did like a million of them, and I have them all. And I love them. And he also did the arranging for Hawaii Melodies from Paradise box set, that like 5 or 6 record box set is his music also. This is the only album I know of his where he veered off into some other islands, the Caribbean. The album, and it's great, I love it too, Calypso and Other Island Favorites, Leo Adeo. 1964 is this one on RCA Camden. We like it. And finally today I'm going to show you, I was curious what this would be like, and it did not disappoint. Music to Strip by Party Fun Songs from the Golden Age of Burlesque by Bald Bill and his Trucaderans. Trucaderans? I do not know. That is a word I am not really familiar with. I don't know, but fun record. And of course some burlesque music, definitely can fall in the mood music realm. Music to Strip by. That's a look at the first half. The second will be another video. So I hope you enjoyed that. And if you'd like to check out selections from these many albums and many hundreds of others, check out Moody Mood Music on live365.com. and Hawaiian Hi-Fi if you want to also. The links are below. And if you have any of this music or any comments about it, please leave those below too in the comment section. And it's always great to hear from you. So I hope everybody's having a good week. It is, what day? It is Thursday, right? As I'm taping this. We have a hurricane kind of maybe coming this way. Douglas. It's supposed to come Sunday on the Big Island, maybe, the prediction. But you know, I don't get, like, I just don't. I've lived here so long. And I know that we're not on the hurricane path. They go south. So when, or north occasionally, but it's quite frequently, several times during the year, they'll have these, oh, there's the hurricane is coming, and it's like 6,000 miles away, and you know, everybody's panicking, and they go to Costco and buy all the water, and nobody has any money now, so I don't know what's going to happen. But as far as the panic goes, but I'm not worried, because more than 9 out of 10 times, you know, it peters out into like, it's, we've had days where they've, you know, all the bottled water's been sold and people were panicked and bringing things in from their lanai, and the day that it was, you know, supposedly maybe going to come, it like didn't even rain. So you know, we'll see what happens, but I'm not worried. No. All right, have a good day. Talk to you later. Thanks for watching.